Welcome back, my friends. Today we are back in the studio and I want to talk to you about the upcoming new moon coming up on January 29th. It's tomorrow. I'm recording this on January 28th and it brings to us a very special energy. It feels special. It feels like an upgrade. It's already here. So many of you are most probably already feeling something different, and I want to go into detail. So I will not talk much about the astrological details, but I will talk much about the energetic details, how you may feel it, what to do with what you sense, and how this present energy is taking you forward on your path of a hero, a warrior, a master, right? Are you ready for this? So before we begin, I want to read something I wrote down today. You know, every single day I get some inspiration, a download to share with our community. And here's what I've written today. Many of you are upgrading right now, and it feels like your ability to surrender is now rooted in unconditional trust rather than intellect. Your sensitivity is transforming into purpose, which means your unique qualities are finally being called upon. And in fulfilling these needs, you're finding your own fulfillment as well. You feel lighter with less fear. You are manifesting like a master, and nothing can stop you now. Nothing can stop you now. So how many of you feel that you've learned to surrender to the deep knowing, the depth of the knowing that just takes you to where you belong? How many of you feel that? Because, you know, every time I make these messages, when it comes to these particular updates, I set an intention for guidance, and I'm an artist, here are paintings behind me, and usually I receive guidance through visual images. And when I asked for this video today, I've seen a river. And river is, you know, water is a symbol of fluidity, it's a symbol of change, it's a symbol of transformation. There's a river of change as used in many times metaphysical and philosophical stories, because in order to change, you need to pass the river, you need to step onto the other side, and then river washes away anything that doesn't belong to your future, right? And this new moon is coming up in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is the water barrier, and in many astrological teachings, Aquarius is one of the most evolved signs. It transcends the personal needs, and therefore it's focused on collective needs. So it's a sign of change when you go beyond selfishness into more selflessness, into a deeper act of service to others, which means at this point many of you are already quite aware of what you could share with the world, what you could share with your fellow brothers and sisters. And to those of you who feel like you're not there yet, well, Aquarius speaks to you about, well, it speaks to you in wisdom, it whispers to you. We will talk a lot about this. So the first thing you need to know is that the upgrade is happening for many of us. So you may experience more liberation from fear, from guilt, from shame, and therefore you experience lightedness in your body. You may recognize that, well, all these old emotions, all these old energies are not holding you back so much anymore. You still sense them, but now you're approaching them like a very gentle or very careful guide towards these hurt parts of you. Like now you're like a master looking towards these hurts of yours, and you're like, yes, we got this, right? I still sense this, but no problem, I got this. So this is the type of mastery you're tapping in, and well, embrace it even more, because well, you're noticing that you're part of the web of creation, right? So therefore you're part of everything in this web. And to be a part of everything, understanding of the unity, of the oneness that is present in this new awareness of yours, fear, shame, and guilt is only stopping you. It's only disconnecting you from this knowing. And once you know that you're part of the whole, well, the only question is, how well can you live in wholeness? Because wholeness holds abundance, it holds intelligence, it holds guidance, it holds truth. And you've been called into this new understanding to be truthful with yourself, so then you can be truthful with others. To learn from your mistakes, so then you can teach others what to avoid. And to judge less, so you can understand more, right? These are the new energies you may feel. And most of all, most important of all, find your voice, right? Find your voice and learn to express it, because, well, your perception is unique. You know that. This is Aquarius. Your perception is unique. The way you deal with your knowledge is unique. Like, I could give books to millions of people, and if millions of people would read these books, everyone would take from it a unique understanding. And that's why embracing yourself will always be the greatest power you will ever possess. And during this new moon, you will and you may experience the rise of that new you. Like, now you've kind of stepped onto the other side of the river. And one interesting thing that I feel right now when I'm observing the society, when it comes to society, I'm an observer, and then I'm an artist, and I create what may become out of us, right? So I observe what is happening, and then I tap into the potential of what may come out of it. And creativity helps me to do it to the best of my ability. So when I see the society right now, I see many people are waking up, but then I see many people are experiencing incredible breakdowns. So what is the explanation of this for the present time? Well, one explanation is that those who are still stuck in their comfort zones and they're not listening their inner voice, they're experiencing great breakdowns, because, well, we need a wake-up call to wake up, right? And Aquarius is a sign of awakening. It's a sign of awakening to the truth. Hey man, hey woman, you're made for so much more. But to become so much more, you need to face with your own demons, right? So it's a water barrier. It's time to wash yourself from the past and be renewed, right? It's time to be renewed, and many people right now feel like being renewed. So today, Maya said to me, my partner said to me, you know what, when I'm looking at my clothes, it feels like it's from my old me. Most of it just, I don't resonate with it anymore, and it just feels like this. Many of us may feel like we've changed so much, so many things from my old life. Well, it's for the past and it should stay there, right? So thank you, God bless you, and goodbye, now I'm free. That's how many of us may feel. This is all a sign of this new energy. If you feel like this, well, congratulations, you've done a great work. If you don't feel like this, then just see if some of what I said could be reflected upon a bit more deeply. Just think about this a little bit. There's also a possibility to be pulled right now towards something that just comes out of nowhere. Like, for example, a few days ago, Maya actually saw one job opportunity. She was not looking for a job. Like, we already have quite enough of work with our projects. But she felt so deeply pulled to it. And she said, well, I'm open for a new challenge. And she went to talk with that person there, and well, it's a beginning of something new. So something like that, like unexpected twists that spark your curiosity may happen right now for you. So don't be afraid to step into a change. Don't be afraid to step into that river of change, because you don't know where it will take you. You don't know where it will take you. The future feels uncertain. And in uncertainty, there's many different possibilities. And in many different possibilities, maybe there's the one that you crave the most, right? That's why you shouldn't be afraid of the unknown. Then the second thing that comes with this new moon is a wave of abundance. Yes, a wave of abundance. So what does it mean? Well, it means that firstly, when it comes to abundance, it comes to understanding. The lack truly is an illusion. You may say, well, I'm lacking money and I can't pay these bills, which may be correct. But when you look a bit deeper, you recognize that because you're spending way too much time in this thinking of lack, you are stressed and anxious, and it wastes a lot of your energy, and therefore you can't be creative to think about possible solutions that could resolve that trouble, right? So with a new wave of abundance, it's a wake-up call for you to recognize that everything is in abundance. Everything is in abundance. Therefore, let's slow down a little bit. Therefore, there's something in abundance inside of you that should be shared with the world outside of you. This is Aquarius, so think about this. Well, we have Sun in Aquarius, Moon in Aquarius. This is Aquarius season. This energy is quite potent, and it just means, well, why wouldn't you share your gifts with the world? If you look for the rewards that you would like to receive, be a reward for someone, be a gift for someone. This is the real embodiment of abundance. Be a gift for someone. And find a way where giving becomes fulfilling. Where you find a job, or you find a project, or you find an endeavor where giving becomes a play, where giving becomes rewarding to you. And then what you give becomes a reward to someone else. This is very powerful thing you can find in your life. And those who find it, well, you will find in them spark in their eyes, right? You will find in them spark in their eyes. True wealth lies not in hoarding, but in sharing. This is the realness of abundance. So when we talk about abundance, if you would love to manifest more abundance in your life, here is a secret. Share what is already abundant inside of you. Personally, I can say I am rich with creativity. My imagination is very, very rich. I can easily connect the dots and create a beautiful story out of it. So therefore, I needed to find a way to share my creativity with the world. That's why I'm painting. You can find my art on AttractPassion. That's why I'm sharing my art. That's why I'm making daily videos, because every single day I am blessed with new ideas. I am blessed with new visual ideas. I am blessed with wisdom. And if I would not share these blessings with you, I would close down. And if I would close down, the streams of abundance would close for me as well. So just a reminder, if you would like to manifest more abundance in your life, start sharing with the world what's already abundant inside of you. Just a reminder, the same wind that flows through the forest is made out of air that you breathe right now. So it's abundant and present inside of you right now. It's in abundance. And therefore, there's also same abundance inside of you that could be shared with someone else. Like the nature is sharing the breath, you could be sharing your gifts, right? And they will flow through society, and society will reward you with abundance. Then, as I mentioned before, the third thing, boldly step into change. Boldly step into change. Whatever is opening right now in your life, step into it. But be careful of one thing. We're in a time of mastery. So what does it mean? Well, whatever you've started, whatever endeavor you've embarked on, you embarked on that path because there's something that requires mastery from you. So there will be many pulls that will maybe take you from this path, and they will promise you faster rewards. Like one example is from my friend who a few months ago started his dream job, but then a few days ago he received a great opportunity for a new job where he would be paid so much better. And he was like contemplating, should I take it? It's a better money. And I asked him like, how do you feel about that job? And he was like, well, quite stressful. It's a lot of tension present when I think about this, but the money is good. And then I asked him, well, what you're doing right now, do you feel like you've already mastered it? Are you happy with it? Are you happy with people that are there? And he's like, well, I love people there and I love what I'm doing and I feel like I haven't mastered it yet. Then keep doing it until you master it, because once you master it, greater opportunities will come that will be the next level for you. So sometimes we have this pulls towards kind of fast rewards that bring then a lot of dissatisfaction with it. Stay focused on the path that you've chosen from your heart and keep mastering whatever you feel called to master. Keep doing it. Rewards will come, blessings will come, things will manifest. But what will forever stay inside of you is the skills you develop. It's the wisdom you gain from experiences. It's the character that you become, right? So this is the present time, the time of mastery. This is Aquarius. It's time to find your voice. It's time to become so good at what calls you that you stand out like a bulb of light, right? And then you can enlighten others. This is the present time. And then the fourth thing I want to give to you for this new moon right now is the wisdom. Find the wisdom in silence. In silence, the master becomes the sage, right? In silence, the master becomes the sage. You don't need to look outside anymore for the sages and gurus and teachers. Yeah, you look for them. You can look for them. You can learn from them. But what you're truly looking for is for you to become the sage, for you to become the guru. Not the one that will, do whatever crazy things, but to be the truth that inspires you, right? To walk the path that calls you, to pave the way that scared you, but called you. To listen to the stillness because it speaks to you, it whispers to you. So many of you may find out right now during this present time that the most greatest insights you receive in stillness, in quietness, when your heart speaks to you the loudest, right? So take many moments to be present with yourself in quietness. You may even feel pulled into quietness because sensitivity is more active during this time. Sensitivity is more active. There's actually a beautiful saying that resonates with me so much. Sensitivity to others' needs is not a weakness, but the wisdom of knowing we are all threads in the same web of creation. This is a call to embrace interconnectedness and live in harmony with the whole. So in my opinion, in my understanding, I see sensitivity as a way to connect with others more profoundly. But if we are walking around as empty cups, then our sensitivity becomes like a burden, right? So we need to build a lifestyle that fulfills us. So then when we meet other individuals that may be hurting or that may be a bit toxic, we can easily share something with them, but then we go on with our path, right? We don't need to be attached to anyone, to anything. We can just walk our way. But yes, be reminded that Aquarius is a sign that is oriented towards others, towards connection, towards the web of creation, which means it is pulling you into a position where you build strong relationships. There's many studies that say the happiest people when it comes to more successful entrepreneurs are actually the ones that have built real relationships with at least one special person in their lives, which is usually their spouse, their wife, their husband. So yes, behind every successful man, there's even more successful woman, right? And behind every successful woman, there's a very caring and loving man, right? So just be reminded of this. Maybe it's not the truth for everyone, but be reminded that together we are stronger, and this is the call to come together. The right minds will come together because it is a law. The open hearts, the right hearts will come together because this is the law. The universe puts together the right people because together we are stronger. And there are more important relationships and sometimes less important relationships. Make sure that there's at least one that's very sacred to you in your life. This is from my personal experience, because when I've been through the darkest days in my life, there was Maya, my partner, who lifted me up, who helped me to move through these moments with greater ease, with greater grace and trust that everything will work out. So yes, appreciate those who are there for you. And if you find out that there's no one who's there for you, then know that the right person is waiting for you. So keep walking towards them. Keep having faith that you will meet them, because they are there. They're somewhere out there. And the last thing I want to give you with this new moon is that it's time for manifesting through intention. Well, intention is quite intensified during this time, and intention is always powerful, but most people are not walking around in clarity, not using the power of intention. I want to share one story, as we just came from Egypt, and when we were on the airport in Egypt, going back to Austria, when you go through all this process, they're checking your bags, and then your bag goes through that scanner. I had my glass bottle with me. I came with this bottle from Austria to Egypt without a problem, but when we went back home, they said I can't take this bottle with me on the plane because the guy there, the worker there, said I can hurt someone with it. And I said, well, I'm not a dangerous person, but he persists that I can't take it with me. So I just for a moment placed my attention into my heart, and I asked the Creator to work through this person so I can get this bottle back. It's nothing special, just a bottle, but I wanted to take it with me. So that's what I did. I tapped into my heart and I asked the Creator if he could work through this person so I can get this bottle back. And then what happened was very interesting. That worker called another worker, and then out of nowhere, the other guy came, took that bottle, came to me, and he said something about God. So he has spoken a bit, Egyptian English. So I couldn't understand completely what he said. So he mentioned God, something, and then he looked into my eyes and he said, I see you are a good person, and I shouldn't give you this bottle, but I trust you, so I will give it to you. And then he said, it's against the rules here in this airport, something like that, but I trust you, something like that. And yeah, I thanked him, I gave him a good handshake, and I said to him, God bless you. So you see, sometimes when we're in maybe stressful situations, or situations that are a bit annoying, or situations that we would like to, that they would resolve with greater ease, use your intention. The time of this new moon, new moons are the beginning of the new lunar cycles. You can set an intention for this new cycle, because at the beginning of this cycle, the new moon is the beginning of the cycle. Towards the full moon, you receive many of the manifestations of what you've set right now. So sometimes it happens very coherently when you start observing the cycles of nature. And as this is the new moon in Aquarius, well, be intentional right now for how you want certain particular events in your life to turn out to be. Not everything will go your way, because there's the higher way that is unfolding for you. But when there are certain things that you're maybe scared of, or you don't know what to do, use the power of intention. Even the Jesus, when he was doing healings, he always said to the person, your faith healed you. Your faith healed you, right? So use faith when you feel lost. But as I said, many of you are feeling like there's less fear controlling you, more trust, more faith, more knowing. It's not intellectual thing anymore. Now it's deeply written in your heart, right? And that's beautiful. That's very, very profound. I'm happy for you. I celebrate you. And I wish you many blessings. So I will leave you here. I hope you received a great value from today's message. And I want to say big thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art in our store, AttractPassion.com. You're all very appreciated. You can find my original paintings somewhere here with me. You can find prints of my art printed on canvas. We're all producing it in Slovenia. We're collaborating with an incredible printing company. So go and check it out, which one resonates with you. Each painting has its unique story that may inspire you and bring some fresh energy to your space. And also big thanks to all of you for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. Thank you so much, and I will leave you here. Till next time, one love.